So folks, the question is, does success equal happiness? In many ways, I think the Almighty gave me a very unique vantage point to respond to that question, and in the context of Sukkot specifically. Allow me to explain. There it was in the early 1990s, a few months after graduating from Harvard Law School, the partner walks into my office, not that dissimilar from this office, hands me a manila folder, and I turned the folder over to see the name of the client, what the assignment was, and in black bold, I saw the names Janet Jackson. So one of our clients, Janet Jackson, wanted to do a specific movie based on a manuscript, and the whole issue turned around a copyright. So in the course of the assignment, I had to befriend counsel from the other side, a person by the name of John Branca. So John represented one of Janet's brothers, who you might have heard of, Michael Jackson. And so months led into a relationship between myself and John. One day John said, "Antony, why don't you come over to the house on a specific Sunday?" So as I arrived at this palace, where the butler has a butler, parked my car, it was clear to me within minutes that everyone who was an anyone in the music world in the 1990s was in that house. Famous people, tremendously rich people. But here's the problem. As I reversed out of John Branca's house, I felt a pit in my stomach. I don't think I've experienced as many unhappy people under one roof. And these people, my friends, are the richest and the most famous. It was very clear to me at the time that money is certainly not going to buy happiness, and being a household name is not the ticket to happiness either. And I think a large part of the unhappiness that was so clear to me at the time is that these are folks who are connecting happiness purely to the body, something that is transient, something that is connected to what other people expect, their entire self-worth so connected with their net worth. True happiness, my friend, can only be, by definition, connected to the other part of the human psyche, which is the soul. The soul is eternal. The soul is a part of the Almighty Himself, and true happiness can only be a byproduct of living a meaningful and purposeful life, as opposed to the transience of fame and fortune. In fact, if you look at the Hebrew word for happiness, sameach, simcha, if you look at the phonetic etymology of sameach, the same root means to grow. True happiness comes from setting goals, growing, something that's not transient, but something by definition that is part of our spiritual connection. Sukkot is coming up, and one of the things that we learn in a sukkah is the schach, the covering of the sukkah should be in such a way that you should be able to see the stars. As someone who's been around the Hollywood stars, I can say unequivocally, if you want to be a true star, connect with your soul, not your body. We've been given the instructions of how to have a fulfilled, meaningful, happy life in the Torah. That's our GPS. Let's focus on that, and let's keep our feet on the ground and reach for the stars. Chag Sameach.